I was able to come through. It's word. How y'all feeling, man? It's the Daily Go Getism show this Saturday morning. And yeah, it was a hard climb, but we're still here, and I'm going to do the best that I can, because you know that we friends, man. And everything's going to be all right. We still keep the game sealed and tight. It's word. The Daily Go Getism show, y'all. Last day of October, Halloween. Boo! Ah, you scared? Yeah, and we here, baby, and we here, baby, and we do the damn thing. Don't have to be boo scared, baby. Today we're talking about living life through rose-colored glasses. Living your life through rose-colored glasses. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Probably not now. But I'm going to give y'all a shot. Wow. And it's going to be all right. Yeah, you know it's going to be okay. We do it this way. When I say rose-colored glasses, I don't mean like the nose on your face. I mean like the knowledge in your brain. What you know. A lot of people live their lives and they do everything in life based on what they think they know. So they'll tell you what you know and what you don't know and how it go and how the game go. And if you learn this, then you'll be all right. But if you don't, they're going to be pissed off. I feel like I'm getting too much light back there. And it's messing up the light balance. Hold on, y'all. Let me see now. That's the best that I can do. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's the daily go get up, amazing show. So sit back, relax, and chill, y'all. So like I said, it's all about what you know. With some people, it's all about what you know, what they know, and what you don't know. So anytime they mess up in life, they'll still tell you, well, I made a mistake here, I messed up there, but it ain't because I don't know this and I don't know that, and everything I do is based on what I know. So it's never about what you know, it's always about what they know. We're going to get into this in a whole lot of different scenarios, because it seems kind of crazy to me how you may have to be the one to come to somebody's rescue because of another mistake that they made, because of another stumble that they have tripped on, or another fall that you had to pick them up from. But when it all comes down to it, they think that they're smarter than you, and they think that they know everything, and you know, so they may have messed up this time, but they on the road to redemption and the road to success. So that's what we're going to get into this morning on the Daily Go Get It Business Show. So as the show goes on, I'll really explain to y'all more in detail about what I'm talking about. And it's going to be all right, man. I'm sorry that I had to get the show started late, but I really didn't have any other choice. You know what I mean? The computer crashed and it wasn't acting right. And I was like, listen, I don't want to do this thing. And then the shit freeze. And I'm still not convinced that we all the way good right now. But we are in a place where so far we rocking and we rolling. So we'll have to take it by minute by minute. Hopefully we don't have to stop like we did the other day. And if that becomes the case, then I know what I'll have to do. Y'all know what I'm gonna do, right? You know what I'm saying? Like this laptop has been the best laptop I ever had as far as the speed is concerned. But I'm sure that I can match it. You got to go to one of them cats that know how to build computers. I don't really like buying computers out of the store. I would really rather go to a computer building guru and have him make me one. That way you can get all of the stuff in the computer that you want. You know what I'm saying? So you get it to the speed you want. Like, listen, I need 24 gigs of RAM. Matter of fact, make it 32. I want this thing to be, I want it to think before I even touch it. I want this thing to read my thoughts. You understand? Do you underdig? See, most of the computers that we be messing around with, 4 gigs of RAM, 8 gigs of RAM. Most people I know have like about 8 gigs of RAM max. But I want to get way above that. So when you turn on your computer, you know that your RAM speed and your processor speed is slow. When you turn on your computer, you got to wait 5 minutes or 10 minutes for that thing to boot. With this joint, I turn it on, it's ready to go. Like boom, like picking right up where I left off before. Never missing a beat. But it's acting a little. Let me find out my computer got the Rona. So let me shout my people out before I do the intro. Emily, a Dunlap in the house. How you feeling? Good. Glad you came out. Anna, Norris Hill, my brother from another mother. Norris Hill is all up in here in the chill. And Carol Chamberlain, what's going on, mi favorita? And Charlene Curry, Charlene Curry. What's going on to Charlene? How you feeling, shit, Charlene? The beauty I cannot see, Cherry. I said, it's Cinderella, Dana Dane. Well, it's the woman Dana Dane with fame. How y'all doing, man? And T Carrie right down for the day and night, morning, noon, and day. She comes through this way. Glad to see your shit and your slay, and everything is going to be y'all right now. It's okay. And Naturalista Rap. Naturalista Rap. I'm glad to see that you coming through on a regular basis. Glad to see you coming through on a regular basis. You know what I mean? It's a good look. She says you almost reached to the screen and cupped it. That's what's up. Crazy as hell. There's a guy on the 23rd in Samson that can build you a nice one. Word. Oh, you from Philly? Oh, that's what's up. 23rd and Samson. All right. You mean Sansom? Sanson. It's all good though. They say there used to be a joke back in the day. What's long and sits between two nuts? And it was Sansom Street. Sits between Chestnut and Walnut. Yeah, it's a local joke. All right, Shirley Show, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. Shirley Show, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on? How you doing? Good to see me, some you. Thanks for coming on through. All right. Let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily, the daily go get it, Miss show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the Arts. The daily will get a business show all up in your area. And I'm feeling like a real man should. And I hope that y'all feeling just the same. And it's understood whether you're a woman or man, we do what we can. And when we do that, we strike up the band. Annette Davis, the number one. Annette Davis, the number one. What's going on, Ma? So we talk about living your life through nose-colored glasses. Nose-colored glasses, not this nose. KNOWS. Nose-colored glasses. How many of y'all have dealt with somebody in your lives that seems to think that they know everything? They know everything and you don't know enough. That's how they'll tell you. They know everything and you don't know enough. So whenever you try to keep them out of danger, whenever you try to advise them, whenever you try to help them, whenever you have to dig them out of a hole again, whenever you have to come to their rescue, whenever you have to get the fire extinguisher and put the fire out that they started, they still believe in some kind of way that they got it, they got this, and you don't got this. But you lucky enough and Johnny on the spot enough to be able to come through for them. This is what they believe. They'll tell you this. They'll tell you this if you give them a chance to. They'll tell you. Like, yeah, you know a little something, but I know a lot. Well, then you be like, well, how come you keep fucking up? Well, it's not that I don't know. It's just that, circumstances beyond my control messed up things. So let's get into it. Children, especially teenagers. When some of y'all were teenagers, y'all might have thought that y'all were smarter than your parents. Not necessarily smarter, but you might have figured that your parents were old and that the things that they knew, the things that they used to do, and their techniques were old, outdated. They didn't know this new stuff that you just learned. People like teenagers be thinking that they discovered sex, that they discovered all the freaky shit. They think that they discovered all of the hip shit, the fly shit, outsmarting people, running game and all of that. Teenagers be believing that. And they conduct themselves sometimes like they believe that. So, They'll try to play other adults out. His old ass, he don't know nothing about this. You know what I mean? We got the new game. You know who used to say that, who used to talk like that a lot? Tupac. Tupac felt like he was leading the youth movement. Like he had it going on. What did he say? Hillary Clinton and Bob Dole, you're too old to know you're too old. Wait a minute. How did the line go? He says something about, I think Hillary Clinton and Bob Dole. You too old to know the game, so you're lame, so I gotta hit you with the hot facts, blah blah. So he was indicating that, these cats were old and they were outdated and they ain't know this new hip shit, this new fly shit that he was coming through with. Both of them are still alive to this day. Nobody can deny that Tupac was pretty smart. He was very intelligent. But he evidently didn't know everything now, did he? And he definitely didn't know how to keep himself out of trouble now, did he? Now, regardless of whether you're a Tupac fan or if you didn't like Tupac at all. I was kind of on the fence. I didn't think he had very good songs. They was all right, but very rarely will you see me bumping some old Tupac. Like, nah, Biggie, Tupac, neither one of them are in that greatest rapper that ever lived conversation, though. We're not doing that. Neither one of them were worthy of that. And people need to stop that bullshit. Oh, yeah, Tupac and Biggie were the best. No, the fuck they wasn't. They wasn't close. Not close. Biggie was way better than Tupac, but he wasn't close to being the best ever. Not even close. He was not the GOAT. But nonetheless, Tupac exemplified one of the beefs that I had with teenagers. And I don't have a real beef with them, but if I had a beef that I could name with teenagers, is that in their youth, they think that adults that paved the way for them don't know shit. And not all teenagers think this. I didn't think this as a teenager. I didn't think I was smarter than my mom and my dad as a teenager. I didn't think that at all. Honestly, I didn't think I was very smart. I thought I was smart, but not like smart. Like I figured like if I was smart, I would be into my books and really, really trying to get it like that and pick up things easily without even having to go to class like some people I knew could do. So I didn't look at it that way. I paced myself. Like I ain't got to be the smartest as long as I make it through. So teenagers will do this. And as a parent, they will test your resolve because you're trying to get them to walk the straight and narrow path and keep them out of harm's way. And they're too busy getting directly in harm's way. They're too busy thinking that you don't know anything and that they know way more than you and that they have the key to their success. Ready to get emancipated. They ready to get emancipated. Emancipated minors. Surely show the world's most precious pearl. Surely show the world's most greatest and precious pearl in the world. Surely show the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. That's what's up. What's going on, Mop? So yeah, living your life through nose-colored glasses. Always talking about what you know and what somebody else doesn't know. And don't get me wrong, because having knowledge is great. I can't think of too many things in the world that will make your life easier than having a lot of knowledge. Think about it. The only things that are hard in this world are the things that you don't know how to do. As soon as you learn how to do them, it becomes easy. How many people looking at this show right now, listening to this show right now, know how to do calculus? For some of us, the word calculus is already hard. Like, I don't even know how to spell calculus, let alone be able to do those elementary functions. But the only reason that calculus may be hard is because you never mastered algebra. If you master trigonometry, and to master trigonometry, you have to master geometry. And before you master geometry, you have to master algebra before you go to algebra 2. You know how it goes. So in high school, you take algebra 1. Well, some of y'all dummies had to take general math. It's okay. It's okay. Everybody wasn't built for math. But yeah, some of y'all dummies had to take general math. Then y'all got to algebra 1. Then you go to geometry. Then you go to algebra 2. And if you make it past, you may have enough credits to complete your math credits for graduation by the time you get to algebra 2. But for the rest of y'all smarty pantses, y'all went to elementary functions, which is trigonometry, basically. From trigonometry is basically calculus. But calculus is for those extra mathematically inclined students that were on their way to becoming engineers. You know what I'm saying? But you'll never be able to make it to calculus if you don't master general math first. You have to get down your multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Once you master addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, none of the math seems harder. So one of the things that we have going on is that people who master multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction think that they are smarter than everybody else. And their brain does work a certain kind of way, because to do math that way, how you start off in math is how you end in math. So their brains are very systematic, but they may not be able to do very well in English. Some people look very good in math and English, but those people are rare. Those people are kind of rare. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that. I don't mean rare in like a precious diamond, but I mean, actually, precious diamonds aren't very rare. But anyway, not as rare as the diamond dealers would have you believe. But nonetheless, people who know how to do something that you don't know how to do can often make you believe that they are smarter than you and that they know more than you. But knowledge comes in many forms. And whatever knowledge that you have that will get you from A to B and will navigate you through your life in the easiest way, or in the smoothest way, let me say that. Then we start getting somewhere. Sure Husband says, when you move back, I lose volumes. Thanks for moving back toward the mic. Really? You're gonna make me turn the mic up a little bit. Is that better? Because you should really be able to hear me here. Is that better? Because that was the mic volume. If I turn up the gain, the mic is fine. Okay. All right. I don't know. I know I'm very OCD when it comes to audio and video. Okay. See what y'all talking about here. Let me see what you're talking about. See what y'all talking about. T. Carey Wright says, today's teenagers think that adults are out of touch as soon as we don't agree with them on something. Teenagers have always been that way. Think about the little sneaky shit that we tried to get away with as teenagers. How many of y'all women tried to sneak boys in the house when y'all were girls, thinking that your mom or your dad or both of them would not catch you? and you got caught. Or some other kind of sneaky shit that you tried to do. You know, skip school that day. And if you went to the school, the kind of school where the school called home if you were absent that day, so you tried to get your ass home and intercept the call, how'd that work out? You know what I mean? Like your parents who enrolled you in the school didn't read the handbook of how the shit go. You know? But that's how children learn. They test. They give us a battery of tests to adults to find out what works and what doesn't work. To find out what works and what doesn't work. So they will try to test an adult. But many adults test other adults too. Which makes me ask, like, are they really exhibiting childlike behavior? Because it could be just that. You know? Like they taking it back to the essence. Well, being a child is not exactly the essence, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? They are basically going back to a simpler time. You know what I mean? But some people really are know-it-alls. I've been accused of it. But the thing, what people don't know is that, yeah, I do know what I know. But I do know that what I know is all the fuck that I know. I recognize and realize that there's way more knowledge out there. There's a lot more going on than what I know. I totally get that. I represent that. You know what I'm saying? So just because I may challenge somebody on when they think I don't know something, it's only because I know what I know. I don't know what I don't know, or think I know what I don't know. So when you're dealing with a real know-it-all, like a person that can't stand to be wrong, like it's a personal indictment on their character, on their person, then you know you're dealing with you got a small problem on your hands. And I say it's a small problem because it could really be a lot worse. You know, Carol Chamberlain says, yeah, when you tried to sneak boys into the house, you got caught most of the time. You know why you got caught? Because you didn't know what the fuck you were doing. You was taking chances. You thought you had your parents pegged. Like, okay. You know, like cats in jail. They know when the CO is going to come around. All right, he do his rounds, or she does her rounds around this time. So we got this window of opportunity at this time and that time. So this is when we going to do this. So you thought, oh, all right, my mom go to bed. My mom or my dad and my mom and my dad go to bed this time. So all I got to do is stay up past that time, and I got the whole house to myself. I can sneak them in through the garage, the back door, backyard, the basement, whatever, and they won't even know. You know what I mean? Teenagers have taken the chance of sneaking a boy or a girl in their crib and had them sleep over. Your little 15, 16, 17-year-old ass that snuck your girl, snuck your boyfriend in. He laid up in the bed. Y'all fucking got your ass torn out the frame over that. Why? Because you thought you was smart. And the messed up part about it is when you do something like that, or when you have done something like that, you don't even have no excuse. You don't have no reprieve. You don't even really deserve mercy. You are what you were totally disrespectful. You did it based solely on what you thought you could do and what you wanted for yourself. You didn't take your parents' rules into consideration at all. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, said, I barely passed algebra. I know how it be. I do. You know what I didn't like about algebra though, brother? Them damn word problems, man. The product of this, the sum of that, the difference between that. I used to be like, all right, the product is multiplication, the sum is addition, the difference is what was the difference? The difference was subtraction, right? What was division? I used to be like, I got the letters right, but these word problems are a problem, man. But that's why people who are good at math, other people think that they're so much smarter than everybody else because they get it. Like their mind thinks that way. But like I said, they might not be able to write a complete sentence. They might not be able to spell. Might not be able to spell. There are two different mental functions at play there. Carl Chamberlain says, I had a conversation with someone this morning that's like that. Had to end the conversation. Yeah, because you're trying to talk some sense to them, or you're trying to actually help them out. Like, look, I'm trying to tell you, if you do it like this, then you'll be able to get what you want. Whatever. I mean, I got this. I'm cool. No, you're not the fuck cool. If you was cool, then you would already have it. But you're gonna mess it up, and you're gonna mess it up for everybody else. I'm saying though, you know what I mean? You had your hold up, the young people. You had your time. Now it's my time. Like, oh, let me make my own mistakes, right? You little dumb motherfucker. You little dumb motherfucker. You know that shit. But we get into that. It goes down. It goes down. You know, so some people insist that the world begins and ends at the tip of their nose. You never done lie, my brother. You never done lie. Emily Dunlap says, you write about about algebra, but when you just relax and read it carefully, it all makes sense. You're right about that, Emily. And that's one thing about math that people get really frustrated about. They want to learn it without having to go through the steps. You know, with math, everything is about steps. First, you do this. Secondly, you do that. Third, you do that. Then you do this. Then you do that. Then you do that. Whatever you did at the beginning, you have to do at the end. Do at the end. When you think about the concepts of math, it becomes easy. But because you really just want to come up with the fucking answer. Why do you think everybody liked third grade? Third grade was when you learned multiplication. And what was your favorite multiplication table in third grade? More than likely, it was your 5s times tables. You know why it was your 5s times tables? Because it was easy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 105. You know what I'm saying? It was easy. When the sixes came along, it was a little tougher. Like, wait a minute. 3 times 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18. It's 18. Okay, but 6 times 6, 36. Now, if you're a different type of mathematical person, instead of having to work it out, you just said, well, 6 times 3 is 18, and 6 times 6, which is another 3 of the 8. Well, 2 times 18, 36. I ain't gonna front. I learned math a little bit differently. Like, I would incorporate what I learned in math and then my own shit. So when you know how you had to show your work in math, my work would look a little different. But what I found out was teachers would grade your work that you showed. And sometimes, even if you didn't get it right, you would get credit for going in the right direction. Once I found that out, I was like, all right. So even if I don't get it right, I still get some credit because they could point out, like, this is where you went wrong. Omar, you know, you were right here, but you have to do what's in parentheses first. Do what's in parentheses first, and then you do the other stuff. What you tried to do was you did what was outside of parentheses, and I see where you went wrong. You almost, it was kind of confusing because you almost had it. You almost had it. But we want quick answers. We want the things that we can memorize. And mathematics is not about memorization. But most things in our lives, we want to be able to memorize. We don't want to have to write shit down. We don't want to have to go through steps. We don't want to have to pace ourselves. We don't want to have patience. We don't want to do that. You know what I mean? You know. And you know, when it comes to your schooling, if you're not patient, you could wind up dropping out of that motherfucker or always having to cheat off somebody else's paper. Unless they was the type that wouldn't let you cheat. Let me do this motion that I know some of y'all, that's going to look familiar to some of y'all. Which one of y'all was this? The one that ain't letting you cheat off? Yeah. 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 Gary Ray said that was me. Like, I don't like you enough. You gotta get your own answers. Okay, which one of y'all was this? This is your paper. Already got all the answers on it. That's your friend sitting on. Which one of y'all was this? Which one of y'all was that? Which one of y'all was that? Hey, Cal simply says, not me. You should have studied. Yo. Oh, TK Wright says, also me to my cousin. You know, letting somebody cheat off your paper was all about relationships. If I'm down with you, you can pass without working. I ain't down with you, nah. That shit splashed on me all crazy. I said, that's weird. I fuck with this colon ring. I can't keep. Man, I ain't get my pants. That's a miracle. But yeah, you know, that was that shit back in the day. But funny thing is, you could be in school with certain people. And you know what? You know what I think is odd? Well, let me finish this thought first. Let me finish this thought first. You could be better than somebody that was in school, and they'll tell you, yeah, you book smart, but I'm street smart. And then you have the high school dropouts. You got the high school dropouts. You know what? I'll tell y'all something, man. I have never met a high school dropout that admitted that they dropped out because school was tough for them, that it was difficult, that they just couldn't get it. What do high school dropouts normally tell you? Oh, I could have finished school, but they wasn't really teaching me nothing. Am I lying? High school dropouts will tell you in a minute. They wasn't really teaching me nothing. You know what I mean? So, I started skipping that. Well, what the fuck were you doing while you were supposed to be going to school? Now, more than likely, they started hustling. They started selling drugs. They was getting that money, wind up getting locked up, that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? But they was in the streets. They was getting mad cash, especially in the 80s. The crack era, that means they was getting real money. Like these beads was gold cables. They was dookie ropes. They was the dookie. You know what I'm saying? Riding around in a Jetta, riding around in an Audi, riding around in a Benz, riding around in the 98, riding around in a Cougar, riding around in something. You was floating. You was floating in something. A Lincoln. Getting all the money. Getting all the money. Cold money every day. Had your shorty. Big gold plates in the air. Forget the bamboo, the big gold plates on the onyx. I swear, I used to see chicks with gold earrings this big. But anyway, what do people who drop out of high school tell you? Well, they wasn't really teaching me nothing. So like all y'all advanced ass niggas dropped out. Now let me go back to some of your high school classmates and see if you was the smartest one, but they just wasn't teaching you. Let me see if anybody remembers you being smart. Kill me with that shit. Nah, they wasn't really teaching me nothing. Hold on. College. You know what I mean? I spoke about this the other day. Everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but so many people, mostly the people who never went to college, be talking about some, most people that went to college be talking about how they learned so much more. They learned more when they finished college than when they was in it. I'm like, or the classic, well, what's the use in spending all this money getting a degree and then you can't get no job? I'm like, so nobody who gets a degree gets a job anymore? Like that's just a thing of the past, huh? Everybody just going to school for nothing, huh? These are always the people who didn't go to college, definitely didn't graduate. Actually, most people who don't graduate, they'll tell you that they should have graduated. They feel a lot of remorse over that because they got to pay that money back. But on the flip side, all these cats talking about something. Most people learn more when they get out of college than they did when they was in it. And I was one of those who said, I started learning more when I got out of college than when I was in college. Here's what I didn't take into consideration when I was talking that dumb shit. You go to college for 4 years. Well, let's say you get advanced degrees. All right. So you go to college for 8 years. Well, you probably lived more than 8 years of your life. So it's not like for those 8 years they cram 360 degrees of knowledge of the earth into your brain. But what does happen when you go to college is that they set up your brain to start appreciating learning and start learning how to process information that you do learn. So they used to tell us all the time that college only teaches you how to learn. It doesn't teach you how to do a job. We've forgotten that. Trade schools, they teach you how to do a particular job. They train you. College doesn't train anybody for a job. But the idea is that you should be able to get any job that somebody has been trained for if you go to college because you got the knowledge. But think about it. If you say, yeah, well, I learned more when I got out of college than when I was in college. Okay. You went to college for 4 years. You got a bachelor's degree, right? So, I mean, by that logic, did you learn more in grades kindergarten through 12th grade than you did in college? You gotta make motherfuckers think sometimes. Like, but I don't. Because hopefully you learn more after high school than you learned in high school. But you don't hear people say, I learned more in my life after I graduated high school than I learned while I was in high school. No duh, stupid. Of course you're going to learn more. That was your foundation being laid. Nobody said that you were supposed to stop right there. No, in no way were you supposed to stop right there. Learn more in college than I did when I was in college. I mean, I learned more when I left college or when I got out of college than I learned while I was in there. Yeah. But pay homage to the system that set that up. Make sure that y'all like the show, y'all. Make sure y'all like the show. Make sure y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, it's the Daily Go Get It Business Show. And since Blog Talk is acting like a somebody today, you know, hey, wanna dance with somebody? Want to talk on the phone with somebody? Want to dance with somebody? No, want to talk to somebody? With somebody who calls me. Don't you want to talk? Don't you want to talk? Talk to me, baby. Don't you want to talk? Don't you want to talk? Talk to me, baby. Don't you want to talk? Don't you want to talk? Talk to me, baby. With somebody who calls me. 319-527-6199. If y'all want to call into the show, give you 2 cents. You know that is uncensored. You can say it how you mean it, and you can tell it. 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. That's a number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. 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 319-527-6199, baby. Express your passion in any form of fashion. It's the Daily Go Get It Business Show. 319-527-6199. That's how you get on the line and you can talk, ask, do whatever you want to do. Okay. So yeah. Learned more after I got out of college than I did when I was in college. I should have never went. You wouldn't have learned more if you didn't go. Sure, as it says, I didn't talk about cheating off the paper. I turned to the second one because I let them look and almost got in trouble. They was like, move your hand a little more, half whispering. See, motherfuckers don't care about cheating and getting your ass in trouble. And then you be wondering, like, if y'all ever get caught, how am I in trouble because I got the answers right and I just shared? Wasn't we supposed to share? In kindergarten, nursery school, preschool, get set. They showed us how to share. Watch you watch Sesame Street. They always talk about sharing, man. Share. How can I get in trouble for sharing? He didn't have the answers. I had them. I gave it to him. I shared them with him. Just sharing. D. Gary Wright says, dumbass was too busy smiling in some boy's face to even notice. So I would give her 5 seconds and then go back to my first date. Narcissist says, they taught us how to be better slaves. Financial literacy has never been a part of the normal curriculum. Well, see, here's my thing about that. You know, if they taught us how to be slaves, then that means that they must have taught the other white students in the class how to be slaves too. One of the things that I appreciated about going to Penn State the most, even though it was a white school, very, very racist up there in Happy Valley and all that. I mean, down there in Happy Valley, however you want to say it. Whatever they got taught, I got taught. They ain't had no secret classes. So you got to teach me the same shit you teach them. And I'm all ears. So if they was teaching me to be a slave, that means they taught Brad and Megan how to be slaves too. I ain't got no problem with it. I ain't got no problem with it. My goal is to become more of the slave master, or at least take some slave master classes. Can't tell me I can't take them. I'm taking 19 credits next semester. Carol Chamberlain says, my cousin always says she dropped out because she was bored. And actually, she should have been in advanced classes when she went back and finished 2 years, were done in 2 months. So she knew. That's what's up. That's what's up. It gotta be somebody who couldn't who couldn't do well in school, so they dropped out because of that. It had to be somebody. I knew him. So it says, learning how to learn can be hard when one has made their own ceiling. Yeah. And then David says, I wish that was home instead of work. I'm missing too much. Oh, yeah. This is nothing. Nothing. Do your rounds, man. Hey, we're not even going to talk about nothing until you get back. Back. Why am I holding my breath, though? Why was I holding my breath? Okay. Cheryl Hudson says, my daughter tried to drop out because it was hard to concentrate, very distracting. Not what I can do after a few mom looks, beatings, and lectures. She dropped her ass right back in and got her diploma. That's what I call whipping somebody into shape. You gonna beat the knowledge back into your ass. You out of your fucking mind. You dropping out of shit. Man, you gonna join the motherfucking Girl Scouts again. I don't give a fuck. Carol Chamberlain says, when I was in elementary school, we had banking Mondays at PSFS. Pennsylvania Savings Fed. Wait, what does this shit stand for? Pennsylvania Savings Federals. Can't remember. I remember when they merged with Girard Bank. Remember Girard Bank? That's Mellon. Remember Mellon Bank? Remember Mellon Bank? That's Citizens. The Beauty I Cannot See Cherry says, my mother graduated from Penn State. We lived in High Spire. Where's High Spire? And that says, I just finished my security checks. So stop. Yeah, everything's working out here. This is going good. Beauty I Cannot See. Cherry says, I experienced racism at a young age there. Oh, they had that shit. If racism was food, if racism was mashed potatoes up at Penn State, up in State College, then they would be heaping that shit on. You know what I mean? You would have nothing but mashed potatoes on your fucking plate. Nothing. But once you fought through that shit, because I was like, look, I ain't dropping out. And my grades ain't good enough to transfer, so guess what? We gon' make it. We gon' make it. We gon' make it. We gon' make it. And I did. It says, got your point on the equal opportunity tip. Yeah. You ain't teaching John, Lester, Brad, Brock, Chad, none of them motherfuckers. You ain't teaching them shit that you ain't gonna teach me. And I used to sit at the front of the fucking class. I ain't never played a back in college. I go sit right the front row. I'm right up in the professor's face. I wasn't always learning because I had other shit on my mind, but but I'm like, nope, I ain't hiding. Right here. High Spires near Harrisburg. Philadelphia or Pennsylvania Savings Fund Society. Okay, yes, near Harrisburg. Okay. So was y'all up in Maine and because Harrisburg is still an hour and a half away from State College. But they got other branches. So, they got other branches. TK Wright says they still cut up out there, even with the surge of interracial couples. Shit, they had interracial couples there. All of my boys was running around there, chasing white pussy. It was crazy. I'm like, man, look. Times I felt like I was the only one who wasn't. They was like, who gonna know? Oh, say that black shit for when you get back home. They're like, these bitches up here got cars. You doing all this? You gonna sacrifice your culture for a dining room meal plan? A ride to Walmart and a dining hall meal plan, nigga. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Because that's essentially what it was. Okay, and alcohol. Can't forget good old alcohol. Narcisse says they still have a 200-year head start, though. I don't know. In their ballpark, yeah, you're right. I agree with that. What I mean is, we have knowledge that we haven't even tapped into ourselves, though, my brother. And that's part of our problems. We have knowledge that we have not tapped into because we don't know our history and we don't know we have not reached our full potential. But you know what? I'll tell y'all something. Last night, after last night's show, I was messing around on YouTube and I came across Michael Jackson at Wembley Stadium in 1988. Full concert. It was 2 hours. 2 hours. It was 2 hours and some change. Now, I'm not a Michael Jackson fan. I was a big Jackson 5 fan. But Michael Jackson, he was just like... But people have been telling me, like, I'm telling you, he was one of the best performers. I'm telling you, nothing could beat Michael Jackson on stage. And I was like, oh, boy, fuck out of here. He's crazy. So I said, I never actually seen him in concert. So I queued it up. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna watch this corny ass Michael Jackson. I had to fast forward through the songs and routines that I didn't really like. This motherfucker was really a hell of a performer. He really was. And what I was impressed by the most was that he didn't lip sync none of that shit. He sang them fucking songs. All while, Michael Jackson. Yeah. But I was like, I kind of see what people were talking about. He was fucking killing it for 2 hours. Like the Energizer Bunny. He really was. This was 88. So this was real music, real band. You know what I mean? He had all them dancers from the videos, not all of them, but they helped in routines. And then what I thought was what I was so impressed with was that the backup dancers, like he was as good as they were. He may have been better while he was still singing. So you know, when you dancing a lot, you can compromise your voice. Mm-mm. He sang those songs. And it was refreshing to see that because so many performers out here, so many artists out here really can't perform. But he was a performer and a singer. You don't get that. And I'm saying all that to say that we have not tapped into our full potential. And neither had he. As talented as Michael Jackson was, as genius as he was, he didn't like who he was. Imagine if this motherfucker would have loved himself. Imagine if he would have loved the skin that he was in. Imagine if he would have appreciated himself for who he was and who his people were and where we came from. Can you fucking this motherfucker? They would have had to have smoked him. Like, yo, he gotta go, because he would have turned the world upside fucking down. He really would have. So we have so much untapped potential. They may have a 200-year head start on a game that's fixed, but we have an infinite number of years of our advancement, our knowledge, our struggle, our breakthrough. I want to call that perseverance. And just raw fucking talent. We're just better in so many ways. Look at what we've been able to do with so little given to us in the form of opportunities. Can you imagine the possibility? Imagine the possibilities if we had knowledge of self and really, man, the black man, woman, and child is unfucking stoppable, which is one of the reasons that there are so many efforts to stop us. Yeah, and I got that from that Michael Jackson concert video last night. It was pretty fucking awesome. Matter of fact, shit, stop. Woo. I mean, fucking YouTube, man. I'll put it in the comments. And y'all can check it out for yourselves. Because y'all probably Michael Jackson fans anyway. I'm not a Michael Jackson fan, but that was some worthy shit. It was yo. So that's the link to the YouTube to that video. Check it out. I didn't watch the whole thing, but what I watched, I was so impressed by. I was really impressed. And like I said, I don't like him. Very rarely will you hear me say anything good about Michael Jackson as a soloist. But you got to give credit where credit is due. The motherfucker was as bad on stage as he tried to be on records. TK Wright says chasing white pussy and building an interracial community are different. Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to have to disagree with that, because you got to start somewhere. And then David says, when I was in the 4th grade, we did a play that was controversial called Bye Bye Birdie. And I was Kim, and a white boy was Conrad Birdie. It was scandalous. Ooh. Scandalous. The beauty I could not see. Cherry says, I lived here in the late 70s. I was kind of confused because we came from New York, and my mother was a Black Panther, straight to Penn State. Woo! Woo! James says, I saw him live at Valley Forge, and it opened my eyes to his talent. He was something else. I can't. I couldn't hate. I can't hate no more. I'm going to have to bury the hatchet of hate that I had. That he was something else. Like when you watch that video, that's one of the things you're going to notice. He dances not like energetic, like throughout the whole joint, but he's performing, but he's singing them songs. He's singing them songs like this. His voice, like God, it ain't easy to sing for hours. You know what I mean? It will test you. It will test your physically. It will test your voice. Your larynx. It's not easy. He was knocking it out, song after song after song. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. Carol Chamberlain says, oh, Narso says, yeah, MJ did peak around the early 90s. Yeah, by that time I was all the way through with him. Carol Chamberlain says, Stephanie Mills is another one. She can dance and sing and never got winded. Stephanie, I fell in love with Stephanie Mills in 1978 when I saw her in The Wiz. I was like, God damn, this joint. I mean, when I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I wasn't home. I wish I was back there to the place when I'm knowing. Stephanie Mills is dope. Yeah, this shit is dope. She's real dope, y'all. TK Wright says, I saw he and Prince separately in concert when I was in high school in the late 80s. They both blew my mind. TK Wright says, beauty. My parents were as well in the 70s in New York. I can't imagine the culture shock. Word. Well, I'm mixed. I'm mixed because, I come from mixed parents. My mom was dark skinned. My dad was light skinned. I'm mixed. I'm mixed. Nothing I can do about it. I'm not interracial, but I'm definitely mixed. My mom was mixed. She had a fat ass and big titties. She was mixed. But that was back in the day. Oh, Carol, you saw Stephanie Mills 4 years ago and she still sounds the same. Yeah, that voice held up. Her and Aretha Franklin, they didn't lose their shit. Shit held up. It's not easy to do that. They say when women have babies and stuff like that, it has an effect on their ability to be able to sing like that. She must have had a C-section. She must have had a C-section. It's out of sight. It's out of sight. It's out of sight. It's out of sight. It's on. It's on. Why I gotta shut up, Carol? I'm telling you the truth. My daddy used to be light skinned. He ain't light skinned no more. I don't know what happened to some light skinned people. They grow up to be dark. Like, what the fuck happened to you? Sunny days taking the clouds away. All right. Sure, husband says, I was impressed by Tina Turner's leg power. I wanted legs that strong. Yeah. I do. I be hating on Tina Turner. Like, man, you know what I mean? He made that movie. You know what I mean? Ike looked bad. That shit wasn't right. Ike wasn't wrong. Ike wasn't wrong. But yeah, man, living life through nose-colored glasses. But when you talk about Michael Jackson, a lot of it had to do with what he knew. He did things that he knew. He lived his life largely based on things that he knew, and things that he knew got him in trouble. Also, things that he didn't think anybody else knew. Like, I'm not messing with little boys. Y'all don't know if I am. So if you think you know what you're doing, but you don't know that people go to school to learn how to profile people, and you don't know that you fit a particular profile, that's something that you need to know. And because you don't know it, you wondering how you got caught. And as far as that profiling shit is concerned, many of our people don't seem to understand profiling. We talk about racial profiling and all of that, and we don't really understand what goes into that. It's not just, you see somebody of a particular race or ethnic background, and you just arrest them or confront them because of that. They fit a particular profile, which means they are probably involved with this, that, and the third. So the profile may not have been that you were black driving up 95 north in Jersey. The profile may have been the rims on your tires. I mean, the rims on your wheels, the tint on your windows, the spoiler on the back of your car. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. Like, this is a popular car among people who are involved with drug activity. Or your car doesn't have any of those things. But these types of cars are the kind of cars that are bought at auctions in this place. And those are the cars that a lot of drug boys who can't afford expensive cars drive. Profiling. So there's a lot to it. But if you don't know that, guess what happens? We become victimized so often by the things that we don't know. So, how people say what you don't know won't hurt you. Yes, it will. Because what you don't know can't help you. What you don't know can hurt you a lot. Tupac didn't know that the people he had just got finished fighting in the MGM Grand was going to come and kill him. He didn't know that. He sure got hurt over it. Biggie didn't know that he was being set up by after the awards in LA. What he didn't know sure hurt him. Wasn't it kind of odd though when Biggie got shot? They shot up his car, but he was the only one who got shot. Nobody seems to bring up that fact. At least Suge got shot pretty well. He got shot pretty bad when Tupac got shot up. He took shots. Maybe Biggie was so big he took up all the shots for everybody else. He absorbed the shots where nobody else could get. He wouldn't share them bullets with nobody. Okay. Carol says, I saw Ike slap the hell out of Tina at the Uptown on stage. So, that was love taps. Did she leave him? No. Can't say Ike wasn't wrong. And Tina should have done the move. Should have done it. Well, but the things about it was, even if Ike was abusive, and I don't deny that he was, the abuse that was portrayed in the movie was actually fictional. Like the rape scene. The rape scene just didn't happen. And Tina admitted that. Like, no, that didn't happen. They just threw that in the movie. I didn't even write that part in the book. But that was the part that fucked Ike up. You know, Ike was trying to get him. He was trying to get off drugs, and he was off drugs, and he was trying to turn his life around and all that. But that shit fucked him up. He said everywhere he was going, people were spitting at him and like, how could you do that shit? You know, they didn't give a fuck about Tina Turner before, but they might have because you know what's the love got to do with it and all that kind of shit. I don't know. To me, that she wasn't that great of a singer, and that's probably my beef. I ain't like her songs. That's probably my beef. But you better be good to me. You better be good to me. Fuck out of here. Corny ass. All right. All right. Beauty, I cannot see. I am mixed. I wonder how. You know, I got to stop fucking with y'all. Y'all bring out the worst in me. No, so sneaking in the back door sneaking in the back door to own half of Sony scared the shit out of them. Like you said, he had to go. Yeah. He owned the Beatles. Yo, Paul McCartney was mad at him, some Michael Jackson. Like, yo, you bought my shit. I can't even sing my shit without you getting paid, Michael. You supposed to be my friend. Mike was like, man, fuck you. Fuck friends, and then we gotta get this money. Damn, my actual phone ain't. But you better be good to me. All right. Carol Team says, me too. Mom from North Carolina, dad from South Carolina, so I'm mixed Carolinian. You have Geechee. You ain't all the way Geechee. You just have Geechee. Man, this is the place to be, I swear. Every time I be ready to give up this show, I'll be like, I just one more. Just one more. I'm mixed. Everybody mixed now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Living your life through the eyes of nose-colored glasses. Living life through nose-colored glasses. You know everything. Nobody knows as much as you. You got it going on, but you make a lot of mistakes too. I mean, it can be frustrating, you know, always having to bail somebody out. Always having to help somebody, always having to come to the rescue of somebody who knows everything. And you just be looking like, you still know everything, right? I'm saying no. No, what are you saying? I don't get it. I'm saying what I'm saying what I'm saying. And then David says, the mother effers bought lunch again without asking the black girl. You see the shit I put up with? You know what? If I was you, I'd go on a hunger strike. Like, no, what you need to do in that is, since you can cook, you need to start cooking and bringing shit in just for yourself. Like, damn, I ain't make enough for everybody. I ain't think y'all would want nothing. Make sure that shit be smelling good as shit too. Make sure it's bringing the most aromatic food that you can possibly get in there. But knowing you'll be like, all right, I'll break you off just a little piece. Give them the poison pieces. Who's gonna know? Who's gonna know? So you come in there with the good dishes, like, Don't even tell them you cooked it. Be like, yeah, the only reason I only have enough for me is because my daughter, she learned how to cook. She's getting good at it too. Oh shit! I'm gonna have to go home early. I got the itis. I'm gonna fuck around and get fired on this job today. That shit was good, good, good. Do that shit. Do that shit enough times. The motherfuckers start submitting. Like y'all need to watch. Y'all need to go back to kindergarten and start learning how to share. Non-sharing ass knuckles. Share, bitches. No, so it says it can be aggravating to take the message and leave the mess when somebody talks just to hear themselves speak. Oh God. Talking just to hear themselves speak. I feel you though. I do. IDO. All right, y'all. We're gonna do these birthday shout outs and get on up out of here. Let y'all get to the rest of y'all day. Let y'all get to the rest of y'all day. We have some we have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious October 31st, Halloween, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. I said R-E-S-P-E-C-T because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Number one out the box, Brittany Dean turning 34 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Brittany. And Christopher Sterling, happy birthday to you. And Analda Lopez, happy birthday to you. Turning 27 years old today. And turning 52 years old today, straight out from the D. The D, Nora Garrett, happy birthday to you. And Rihanna Gisert Puello, turning 34 years old today. And Kathleen K, turning 26 years old today. And Cecilia Cintron, turning 36 years old today. And Sharon Turner, turning 39 years old today. And Danielle Thomas, turning 53 years old today. And Amalie Lalia, turning 25 years old today. And Tanika Austin, turning 48 years old today. And Lacuna Cooley, happy birthday to you. And last but not least, Carol Williams Dahlgren. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday with this glorious October 31st, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, listen, son. I listen to what we're talking about. Living your life through nose-colored glasses. Knowledge-colored glasses. Yeah, you might be sweet and you might be fine and you might have a good brain and on your mind you got a lot of things going on and you fly. But guess what? You don't have enough to get by. Somebody else can always teach you something that you don't know, but you won't get none of that knowledge if you don't show no interest and act like you got it already. Nobody's going to give you no shit when you say you got it already. Don't nobody want to hear the shit that you say you already know. Ain't nobody trying to have you get some shit and act like you won't show no appreciation, no respect, no regard. Yo, all right, you like it that way? Now I'm going to let your life be hard. That's word. That's word. So whether it's your children, whether it's your friends, whether it's your brothers or your sisters, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to teach somebody something when they already know everything and they profess to know everything. Okay, well, tell you what, I'm going to let you go ahead and make your mistakes because I see that you're dying to do it. I said, I wish y'all have a great day today. Real great. You understand what I'm saying? Damn. Check out the Legacy of a Nation show later on with me and my daddy. Hold on, where she go? I can't find my phone. If I can't find my phone, that means I can't tell y'all what the show is going to be about. But it's going to be dope, though. Fudge. All right. But it's going to be dope. It's going to be hot. It's going to be hype. But, you know, we talk about the Aboriginal community. You know what I'm saying? We're not from Africa. I know we thought that we was, and maybe some of us are, but we definitely ain't all are. The majority of us are straight from the Americas, South America, Central America, North America, the Caribbean. Yeah, everything about the Middle Passage wasn't exactly right and exact, but that's what we'll be talking about partially tonight on the Legacy of a Nation show, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So y'all can come through. You got to call the number, though, 319-527-6199, 319-527-6199, 319-527-6199. And we will be all the way there with you. Yes, and we won't when we will. Sit back, relax, and just chill. All right, so like I said, well, if y'all going out today, be careful. You know, the pandemic is still raging out there, so you know, make sure you wear your PPE. That's your personal protective equipment. So wear your masks. You know what I mean? Don't catch the Rona. We don't need no more Rona. It's a lot of Rona out there. So make sure you don't catch no Rona. It's easy to catch. You know what I mean, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. Love y'all to death. I resuscitate y'all and love you right back to life. And I will see y'all tonight, 6 p.m. If not, I'll see y'all tomorrow at 11 a.m. For real this time. No more bullshit tomorrow. Oh, hold on. Let me get Blog Talk on out of here. I'll holler. Holler.
Blog Talk Radio.
Holler. Peace, y'all. Love.